No, UFP Earth on Facebook. I posted the graphic, I believe. And if I didn't, I will before this drops with the dates of the releases for that episode.
Okay.
But there's some great titles. And Disney Plus had some rough start on that first day. I mean,
oh, yeah.
People couldn't get on. People couldn't get things to play. I could get Lady and the Tramp to play, but I couldn't get Mandalorian to play. And it was rough. But that's because they hit 10 million subscribers on day one.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Insane.
It's crazy. Now, look, they buffed their numbers a little bit because every Verizon Wireless Unlimited member has a free subscription. Not every one of them signed up, but a good portion, I would bet, would have.
Me.
Me too. I was buying it anyway. It's just so happened it gave me a year, so I took it. But then again, like you said, I don't count myself in that buffing. I mean, yeah, I'm getting it for free, but I was going to buy it anyway, so they would have gotten my subscription either way. Yeah. But there are a lot that probably were on the fence and said, "Oh, if I'm getting it for a year, I'll take it."
I know here in town, my friends, at least 3 of them, bought the Disney subscription, be it bundle or Disney itself. I did the exact reverse. When I knew it was coming out, I already subscribed. Excuse me. When I knew it was coming out, I already subscribed. Then I found out Verizon was doing the plan. So I ended up going with the Verizon plan as well. So,
which is a great deal because it wasn't like, oh, well, it's going to run concurrent to your paid subscription.
Right.
They're tacking on a year up front and then giving you, like, if you paid for the 1-year plan or the 3-year plan, they're giving you those years after.
Right. And that's what I got to call Verizon tomorrow, find out how it's going to work. I was on the phone. They said contact, and I did, and it was like 30 minutes for a live chat, and I wasn't going to wait, so I'll just call them tomorrow. But yeah, there's a lot of titles out. I love the layout of the screen. I love the fact that they got the 4 tabs, which is under the Disney umbrella. I love what they're putting out, the content. I know that
5
they did.
tabs.
Was it 5? Yeah, it is 5. You're right.
Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and
I sit corrected. National Geographic. I sit corrected. 5. Yep. But I love how they have it labeled out. They have it sorted. You don't have to. You could search if you wanted to, but you know what's going on. I know they've done about 3 updates since its release to fix a lot of bugs and to add new content as well. So, it's something new. Everybody's jumping on it. I know a lot of people have gone to their childhood and started watching 90s cartoons like Gargoyles.
I watched
X-Men.
Bonkers.
Did you really?
Yeah, Bonkers was on for 1 season. It was a cat who was crazy tune. It was very Roger Rabbit-ish the way they did it. I mean, it was all cartoon,
right.
But there was a human cop and the cat cop, and the cat would drive the tunes would drive the human crazy. And I watched the first couple episodes of that sitting at Penn Station, waiting to go to work one day when I was teaching.
Yeah, it's really well done how they do it, and I can't wait to see what more titles they have.
Yeah, it's only going to get better from here. I did the Verizon package because originally I wanted the 3 package. I wanted the $12.99 package, so I didn't buy the 3-year for real cheap or any of those packages. I was waiting, and then when I realized I can get it for free, I paid for it. I paid for Hulu and took so I don't have ESPN Plus, which I wanted, but that was just a throw-in. I really wanted Hulu and Disney. So now I'm getting both of them for the first year for only $5.99 a month, because Disney's free. And then at the end of that, I'll package them together, pay the $12.99, and get the bundle. Or it'll probably be $14.99 by then, but I'll do that.
Yeah, I was scared because I bought the package first, or the Disney Plus first, and I was like, well, how am I going to get the package? Am I going to have to unsubscribe? But no, they gave me the option to upgrade. So I did upgrade to Disney, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. I'm not going to use the ESPN Plus. Really, it has nothing for me, but Hulu and Disney are my main 2 that I wanted. So.
Yeah. Well, the one nice thing about Disney Plus is if you're a hockey fan, they're going to be putting a lot of the hockey games on there, if not all of them.
Okay.
So that's a big plus for hockey fans, and they're going to have other good stuff if you're a sports fan in general. But hockey seems to be like their big selling point, and UFC is a big selling point. And hey, you're in Vegas, so if there's anyone that knows about UFC. It's Vegas.
It's UFC, boxing. We've got it all, folks. We've got a pro women's basketball team. The Raiders are coming to Vegas, so.
And you got the hockey team that went.
And we got the Golden Knights. Yeah, the Golden Knights hockey team. They are a savior. One last bit of news, and then we will get on to the feature. Star Wars Fallen Jedi has released. For those of you that play on console and play on PC, Star Wars Fallen Jedi, which is the first Star Wars game in years that I know of, since Knights of the Old Republic. Fallen Jedi, I have it. I bought it. I downloaded it. I can tell you this. I can tell you if you like Uncharted for PlayStation, you'll like Star Wars Fallen Jedi. It plays a lot like Uncharted. There is a lot of stuff to do. Yes, it is linear as far as gameplay. Yes, it is RPG-ish, be it the skill tree that they have and character customization, but it is linear, and I haven't gotten far because I've had 50 deaths within 2 days, within about 4 hours total game time. So
you're saying you're terrible at this game?
I'm horrible. My hand-eye coordination doesn't work well because there's combinations. Of course, there will be, and there's parrying and I can't. I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and he's like, "Yeah, it's the parrying combination where you got to wait like an eighth of a second." Who waits an eighth of a second for anything? Who measures an eighth of a second? I don't. I measure a second, period. I don't measure an eighth. So, be that as it may, but if you're a Star Wars fan and you're an Uncharted fan, get the game. It's a fun time. The youngest Gallagher from Shameless is the title character. The youngest male character from Shameless. I can't think of his name. He was also in Gotham, where they thought he was going to be the Joker character, but he wasn't. But other than that, the storyline's pretty good. I thought I heard a famous voiceover actor's voice while in the game for about 5 seconds, and that famous voice was James Arnold Taylor, but I think they may have ripped that line from Clone Wars. I don't know. Looks like it's going to be, the storyline's going to follow the Jedi children so far, so it's going to be interesting to see what plays out.
Oh, cool. So you mentioned Clone Wars. Just a reference. A close personal friend of the show is Nicholas Anastasio, who's been on other podcasts with me. He's been on Warp 5 with me when I was on the Trek FM network. And but he worked on the Clone Wars, the new Clone Wars coming. He also did work on the first half of Mandalorian, and I am hoping, I've already spoken to him, so he's coming on this. He will come on our show. I'm hoping to do that somewhere around the middle of the Mandalorian season.
I would love to have him on. Definitely be nice to interview somebody who was on set at both the Clone Wars and Mandalorian and get an insider scoop on what goes on and how production is made.
Yeah, he's a great interview. So, you actually had one more thing listed that you're missing. Disney's Very Merry Christmas Party sold out the first night. It probably sold out a few more nights. I'm very upset about this. I'm leaving on Thanksgiving to go down there. I'm going to be going to a very Merry Christmas party, and I was hoping it would only be half sold out because I want more area in the park for myself, and clearly that's not going to happen. See, with the Halloween parties now, they start so early that if you get like one of the first 2 or 3, they only sell like half the tickets for it, and they only sell tickets for about half the park. So what the park's capacity is, or what the park normally operates at, typically these parties will sell half that many tickets for the parties before they're considered a sellout. So it's still better than being there on like a regular crowded day. But now you take that and you cut that in half again, you really only have a quarter capacity inside the park at the time, which is what I had for the last 2 not-so-scary Halloween parties. And it looks like that's not going to be the case with the Very Merry Christmas.
I can tell you're upset. I can tell in the tone of your voice that you're upset, being that you go to Disney World every chance you get, and this is something you've been looking forward to.
Yeah.
Is this when they sell half? They sell it because the other half is reserved already. Is that what
No?
it is?
They only sell half the ticket, so it's still a pretty cleaned out park.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you're only going to have half the park full, so half a capacity. So it's not going to be a normal, ridiculously packed day.
Oh wow!
But you can't enter till 4, and the guests that are there with regular day tickets, just regular tickets to the park, because these parties are separate ticketed items. They cost more money. I think this one's $85. I don't really remember. That might have gone up, but you can enter before that, but you have to have a regular park ticket for the day. Okay. If you don't want to buy another park ticket, you can enter at 4. The other guests are not told to leave the park till 6. So there's like a 2-hour period where both sets of guests are in the park, and it can be a little hectic then. But after that, it starts to clear out. It actually gets pretty good.
Okay.
So.
Looking forward to seeing some photos.
Yeah, and we'll do. You know what? When I get back, we'll do a special episode just around the vacation.
Oh, that's cool.
You and I will talk. You interview me or whatever. We'll figure out how to talk about it. We'll do an episode not based on a movie or anything. We'll do it just on vacation.
Just on the experience. Just on the experience itself.
Because we'll have a lot to talk about. We'll have Star Wars Land. We'll have the Very Merry Christmas. We'll have whatever else I do during that time. But so we'll do that episode. We're also going to. I'm going to let the listener in on it now. We're going to do a special episode where we are going to cover a non-Disney movie next. We're going to cover All Dogs Go to Heaven, and the reason we're doing that is my dog just passed away recently, yesterday, and as of this recording, which by the time this releases, it'll be like a week and a half ago. But I'll be sitting down with my 6-year-old daughter who kind of doesn't understand. She just kept saying to me, "Oh, but Daddy, I loved him. Why did he leave?" And so whatever, we're going to cover that movie because when I was a kid, that helped me understand the whole thing, and I'd like to just cover that.
That's awesome. I was thinking when we were talking about this, I was thinking maybe we'd like to have Michael and Bev come on the show, just talk a little bit about it if they want to. But we're gonna say something in true Marvel fashion. We are gonna have a post-credit scene at the end of this podcast. So listeners, stay all the way to the end. Stay all the way till the music, the outro music, and we've got a little something for Patrick and his family in reference to the tragedy.
Alrighty then. So you want to get into the movie now?
Let's get into the movie. You got the popcorn?
I got the popcorn.
Let's go.
Get your popcorn. Get your drink. The movie's about to start.
All right. So the effects about the movie we're going to be covering tonight. The movie is The Avengers, the first of the MCU Avenger titles. The studio was, at the time, it was still Marvel Studios. The release date was April 11th, 2012, was a single screening, and then it released in America on May 4th, 2012. The budget was $220 million, which isn't surprising with the cast of characters they have. The box office, though, was $1.519 billion. So I'd say the 220 paid off. The director is Josh Whedon. Producer was Kevin Feige. Sorry.
It's okay.
The writers. The screenplay was Josh Whedon. The story was by Zach Penn and Josh Whedon. It was starring Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Tom Hiddleston, Clark Gregg, Colby Smulders, Stellan Skarsgård, and Samuel L. Jackson. The few fun facts I have about this: Disney bought Marvel in 2009. The Avengers movie was originally started in 2005, so 4 years before Disney, but went through many revisions before settling on a 2012 release date. Originally licensed to Paramount Pictures, when Disney bought Marvel Studios, it said that all deals would be honored, which included Iron Man 3 and The Avengers. On October 18th, 2010, Disney and Paramount came to an agreement, and Disney acquired the rights to Iron Man 3 and The Avengers, but left Paramount on the title and the credits. There's another little fun fact I do not want to give away until we get to the cookie, the credit cookie. Mm-hmm. So just listen for the section when we talk about the credit cookie, and you'll find one more really interesting fun fact about the movie.